Hey guys, now in today's video we're taking a look at 3 products from JLab that are going to transform the way you work from home, go to school from home, or even if you're a commuter. These are going to work really well. We're going to take a look at the JLab Epic Work ANC wireless, headphone. And one of the cool things about this headphone, check this out guys, 90-hour battery life. You heard that right. That is not a typo. 90 hours, and if you use active noise canceling, you get 60 hours too. So that's pretty fantastic. EBPMAN style call quality and audio test. And again, we'll take a look at the features. This is, again, a super affordable headphone. And this thing is well built. I was so surprised when I opened the box and tried these on how well this was constructed. So we're going to talk about this guy. The other thing is keyboards. And let's face it, depending on your style and again, the type of device that you have, you may want to have a mini keyboard. And this is the Epic Mini Keyboard. And the cool thing about this mini keyboard is that it's a multi-device wireless keyboard. It again is going to be able to connect to multiple devices, either through dongle or Bluetooth. And this can connect up to 3 devices, right? So, and given that it has a compact size, you know, one of those devices could obviously be a phone, or it could be an iPad or an Android tablet. This is something also that we're going to take a look at. And then the other one that we're going to look at here is the Epic Mechanical Keyboard. Now, I think, both of these keyboards, older versions of these keyboards, and they're absolutely fantastic. Great battery life. I don't even think I've ever charged them since I've plugged them in because they've lasted so long. So, but they're running well. And this is, again, going to give you a full-size keyboard, right? So when you see this, you have the standard keypad, and then what you have is your number pad on the side. Unlike the one that you saw here, this is a ultra-compact keyboard. It doesn't have a numeric pad. So these are going to, suit different business uses or personal uses. So let's get right to it. We'll take a look at these products. We'll take a look at this guy right here. We're going to do an EBPMAN style audio test and call quality test so you can hear how they sound. And again, it's Christmas for your office or for your home. Let's check it out. Now, let's take a look at the specs of each of these because these guys have spectacular features. So we'll first take a look at the headphones because I think this is going to be super popular with many of you. Now, as you can see here, first of all, they're highlighting the fact that these have smart active noise canceling, 30 decibels of, again, active noise canceling that's going to take place. You can connect up to 2 Bluetooth devices, so this supports multi-point. As you, again, are having maybe listening to music, or if you were actually listening to an audiobook, it will switch from one device to another, from laptop to phone, seamlessly. You then also have the JLab app, which has been maturing quite a bit over the last year, and it's going to give you a lot of customization options. You have clear call quality with this adaptive noise canceling feature. We're going to test that out so that you can hear it. And what I love about this is that you can hear yourself. Especially if you're in an office environment, don't want to be the loudest person on the floor because you just don't hear yourself. What I love is the battery life, 90 plus hours with 60 hours of active noise playtime. You then also have so many different connection options. You have basically the ability to connect via USB, the charging dock, or wired. So a lot of connection options. And then you also have a quick mute button because you'll notice that the headphone right here just has a little flip switch that you'll do. It has a charging dock, right? So it has 2-in-1 charging system, dock and USB hub. And then you basically have, look at that. It supports fast pair, and it is also has, your find feature as well. So that's pretty cool. Because again, this could be used on a mobile phone. And let's face it, most of us are using our phones as part of our mobile office. So here you can see you have your actual docking station, your USB-C dongle, physical cable that you can use as a connection, and then you have the actual headphone itself. Now, the next product we're going to take a look at is the Epic Mini Keyboard. Now, the Mini Keyboard, as we defined, has basically, this is a multi-device keyboard. And the cool thing is that all their keyboards are going to be able to support a variety of operating systems. Primarily, you're looking at Mac. You're looking at also Windows. And frankly, one of the things I've done is I even connected this to my Android phone and my iPad, and it works fine, especially because you have, again, the ability to set those different functions or devices. So here, as you can see, there's a lot going on. So you can connect via Bluetooth or USB dongle, which I like. So you have those 2 options right there. Makes it super duper flexible. And then over here, you have also an easy to save and switch between phone, tablet, and also laptop or desktop. So I like the fact that you have that capability to switch. It has illuminated, right, for keys, and that's important, especially if you're doing it at night. Sometimes when I'm traveling, I'll take this keyboard with me because it just makes a lot of sense, especially if I want a keyboard that feels like a full keyboard. So I like being able to type at night while Nola is resting. Again, shortcut keys. You have an easy access media knob on that you'll see right here in a couple seconds. You also have rechargeable battery. And check this out. This is what I was telling you. I wasn't making this up. This is crazy. Last 2 years. 2 years. So I have not charged mine since I had reviewed, one of my previous generations. JLab Warp app to save profiles and shortcuts. And then again, you could switch between Android, Windows, Mac, iOS, and even Chrome OS. Now, the next one we're taking a look at here is the Epic Mechanical Keyboard. This is a full keyboard. This is the big boy. Now, this one, as we saw there, basically connectivity via Bluetooth and USB dongle, has a switch between 3 devices, and it's a quiet mechanical keyboard. Has some nice switches there. And it shares a lot of the attributes of the Mini. Big difference here is that you see that you have a full keyboard, especially with the extra numeric pad on the side. And this is going to be great if you're someone who does a lot of Excel stuff. I have a numeric pad for that. So again, similar things, connects via Bluetooth, wired as well, laptop, tablet as well, quiet mechanical switches, we'll see that, illuminated low profile keys, love it, accessibility shortcut keys, you have your media dial just like the other one, rechargeable, 1 year, love it. And then you have desktop, obviously, and you can see all the operatings are pretty much the same as we saw on the other keyboard. You can see the tiny dongle. So first, let's get the keyboards out of the way, and because they're the larger of the review. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my hands down to this guy right here, and I'm going to type. I like to hear how keys type. It's not a thing, but you know what? I don't know if you've ever tried typing in a keyboard and it just doesn't sound right. I like the way these sound, so that's pretty nice. You can see right here that it has the dial, and the dial is nice. The dial here, I'll tell you, as you go from position to position, it has kind of like almost like a click. You don't hear it, but you feel it, right? I can't describe it, but I like the feel of it and the way it turns. It just feels robust and premium. You can see that, again, it has your different connection modes and the devices that you can connect to. And then you have off of your function keys and everything that you would need to use a keyboard. And again, you can see what the bottom looks like, what the sides look like. This is a really nice keyboard. It's just, and it feels substantial. It doesn't feel like this is kind of like a baby keyboard even in any way, even though this keyboard is considered a mini. Now, the other thing I will say about this is what I like about it is that it feels like it has a nice weight to it. I'm going to move this guy over to the side, and yeah, this is not going to move by mistake at all, right? It's going to be nice in place. You can see that you have your USB-C also option for physical connection that you can plug in there. So all in all, this is a really good looking keyboard. Like the color, like the feel, like the sound of the keys themselves. And my experience with these are solid buys. All right, so next up is the full keyboard. And guess what? It has a good description. It is a full keyboard. This would be no different than any standard keyboard, USB there or USB-C there for connectivity. Has the same kind of dial where you get that kind of clicky feedback as you're moving. Has your switches here for powering it on. And it does have in the back these little feet, which I love because it gives you a better angle if that's something that you're seeking. So that seems to work really well. And what I just noticed is that it has two angles. One, and you can see that it has those flippy legs right there. And then it has some super angle power there by just using the second legs. Love it. And again, let's hear what these sound like. A little louder, right? Yeah. Let's go back to the other keyboard. Let's grab that keyboard. Those are loud. I like these. The mini one, I just like the sound of the mini one. I find that it's kind of like fits my flow better. But let's do this one again. A little click here, but I could get used to that. All right. So again, great options, great connectivity. It's a keyboard, guys. It's a keyboard. But the important part is the battery life. 1 year. 1 year, 2 years for the other. Now I want to show you all the accessories that come with this Epic Work ANC wireless headphone. I was floored, right? That at this price point, that you're getting all of this value. So I'm going to put all this stuff right here. Is there anything else that I need to grab? I think it's all there. Yeah, I think we got it all. We'll push this over to the side for a second. So a couple things I just wanted to highlight. I'm going to remove the plastic off of this. I don't use the docking station that much, but I like that it's here and it's an option. Right, so I'm going to remove this right here. And one of the things that I wish I could show you, but it's kind of hard to show, right, is how substantial and premium this feels. So first of all, here's your USB-C dongle. I love that it's built into the dock. To me, that is super cool. Over here, what is this? You have your storage, right? Dongle storage only. So like, for example, you have it right there on the side. And that had that little bebop there. And pretty much what this is going to be about is it's about taking your headphone, and you'll notice it has 2 connection points there, and then just placing it right here to charge. Right, so we'll go ahead and let's position it. There we go. And now it's charging. That is nice. And it's nicely weighted. You do have a USB-C cable that you can use also for connectivity. And once again, I really like this. Now, taking a look at the headphone. Now, one of the things when I picked this up at first, I thought that everything was plastic, but this feels like it's a metal, and it has the heftiness of a metal bracket, but it's not so heavy that it's going to stress you out, especially given the fact that this is going to be something you can use for 60 to 90 hours, right? This feels like a premium headphone. One of the things it has is, as you can see here, it's on the ear. So if that's not your thing, just be aware of that. If you like over the ear or around the ear where it doesn't touch, right? I did not experience overheating or sweating with these. And what I like about these is that it has a boom mic. And when you flip it up, it goes on mute. No vicing with this. And let's go ahead and put this on so you can see what I'm talking about. So they're here. And even with these off, I just put them on. I get passive noise canceling immediately. So I feel that my voice has been drowned out. I don't hear it at all. It's actually somewhat muffled, which is good. Plus the active noise canceling is going to cut things off a lot. And then you can see here I have my actually boom arm. And it doesn't shift, right? It just comes down, right? But this is what it would look like if I go to right, or if I look at the left, right? That's what the boom arm looks like. And then if I go down one further, you can see I'm in this position. So boom for mute, boom, I'm on. That's all it takes. It doesn't shift. Like I've seen some that actually go in and out. This one doesn't do that, but I'm good with this. This is pretty cool. So again, contact points for charging there. This is a multifunctional button that you have. And then in the back here, you have power, USB-C, and then your volume rocker. No controls on this side. And from an audio perspective, I would say bass, mids, and highs are present. These aren't intended to be like for audiophiles in any way, but they sound really good. They didn't really give up on the overall experience when it came to audio. I was really surprised and very happy with the audio quality that I got, even when listening to movies, watching movies, obviously, listening to music, and even audiobooks. Now next we're going to do a call quality test of the Epic Work in a quiet environment. If you take a look at our decibel ratings, about 39 decibels of noise. It's going to switch. Now this is what the Epic Work would sound like in a quiet environment. This is a test, 1, 2, 3. This is my test. Let's add some wind. And this is what the Epic Work would sound like with wind in the environment. This is a test, 1, 2, 3. This is our test. Now next we're going to do a call quality test at the Epic Lab in a noisy environment. As you can see here, our decibel readings are anywhere between 49 and 74 decibels of noise. What we're going to do is we're going to switch to the Epic Lab, stay quiet to see how much is being canceled, and continue with the audio test. So we're going to switch. This is what the Epic Lab would sound like in a noisy environment. This is a test, 1, 2, 3. This is our test. Now, if you're wondering what they sound like with an infant crying in the background, this is what they sound like with an infant crying. If you're wondering what they sound like with the dog barking in the background, well, this is what they're going to sound like with the dog barking. If
If you're wondering what they're going to sound with the doorbell ringing, this is what they sound like with the doorbell ringing.
So guys, all of these products from JLab are tremendous values. I'd recommend any of them to you depending on what your usage is. Small keyboard, the mini, or the full keyboard, or the actual headphones themselves. These are great for call quality. You saw what the noise canceling capabilities were in our test, and I think that they just deliver enormous value and they're very well built. So see you in the next video.